really
he
good
is.
attorney.
He is.
Yeah.
I just know the way these, you know, lifers are. She's got a lot of time, and she's a law clerk. She understands the system to a certain extent. She's going to be very litigious in the future. That's my guess. All right, our guests are staying with us. Michael Jaafar, what do you expect to happen to Paul Ferguson? What's the rest of his life look like?
It's ruined. It's devastated. He's not going to have a normal life. He didn't have a normal life before this. So legally speaking, I agree with my co-panelists. I see this as a long plea. It'll eventually result in a plea. But I look at him more as a victim. I think the prosecution will look at him as a victim, and that's why they would be willing to dispense with a plea, because at the end of the day, he did help them and cooperate to put the actual monster behind prison for the rest of her life without parole. And that monster happened to be his mom, right? It's a big deal, right? He flipped on his mom. He has mental health problems. She's in jail. She's convicted. He wouldn't have a blanket in the winter if it wasn't for his mom. And so it stands to reason that he was a victim as well as his brother, not as much as his brother, obviously, but he was a victim of his mom, right? It stands to reason because she drove him to work, right? She paid for the water he used to take a shower, the heat in the winter, right? I mean, so, and she was an attorney, right? So it's reasonable to look at him as a victim, and that's why a plea in this place would be reasonable. Look, even if he were to just walk out with nothing, right, which it's not possible, it's not likely. He's never going to be married, have kids, have a full, fulfilling life. He's not going to, as Theodore Roosevelt said, warm both hands on the fire of life. He's just a walking, empty shell of a human being, no matter what happens here.